let's see if that's working. Can you hear me now? Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Excellent. You can hear me. Fantastic. All right. Every now and then, the settings get foobarred. They must have done an update. With that in mind, I'm going to hop over and check one other thing. Got to make sure that everything is working. Excellent, excellent. And welcome in at Atlas Galacticus and Zesty. Thank you for letting me know that you couldn't hear a damn thing I was saying. I appreciate that. I'm just trying to make sure that things are working properly. Like I said, when they do an update, it can really mess things up. The CloudBot seems to be working. Okay, it's active. That's fine. Perfect. Caca fuego indeed, Zesty. Now let's see if we can get back to the stream. And hopefully it's not lagging too much. Forgot to close something out. Let me get back and do that real quick. So we're not hogging up the bandwidth with unnecessary things. And hopefully we're back on course. There's a pretty big lag between when I'm actually saying stuff and when I'm seeing it on YouTube with chat. So with that in mind, we'll just get into it and see how things progress. Looks like there's still a little bit of a lag going. I don't know. Let's just see what we can do with it. Hopefully it doesn't lag too bad. If we need to go and it could be all of these base parts causing it to lag a little bit. And if that's the case, maybe we'll switch gears and do some exploring or something. But anyway, one of the things I wanted to look at is this, what you didn't hear earlier is that I was hanging out with APG Action Pants Gaming. His link is right there in the chat. And he was experimenting with the new base part, the new boundary, whatchamacallit, that's purple. And he gave me the idea of adding it to a water feature. And since I was kind of stuck on this water feature, I thought maybe we'd come back and play with this a little bit. I also thought it would be nice to play around with the wonders in regard to adding to the scene. And I've got one of those flying fart fish, and we want to add a little bit of blue kind of fog to this area. The fog that you see right here is coming from the lathe, and you can see the top of one of the lathes right there. I got it underneath the terrain, and I'll show you how to do that if you are unfamiliar. Oh, thanks to Zesty for dropping that again. Okay, so one of the things I want to start off with is, so this planet, while beautiful, also has storms, and one should be kicking up here pretty soon. One of the weird things is that with these floating islands, whenever your shelter clips into the terrain like this, it somehow lets the weather inside your enclosure. So you can see that I've got these two cuboid rooms right here. And the bottom one, you can also see that there's terrain clipping through the bottom. So the bottom one lets the weather in, but the top one does not. Not sure how that is. I need to submit a Zendesk on it, but I keep forgetting. So even this one right here that I'll show you, I built this enclosure, but you can see it's clipping through the terrain, and everything down here that should be safe is not, because there's more terrain right there. So all of that allows the weather to come in. So I built this over here off to the side. That's a little bit far away over there, and I want to keep a closer eye on what I'm working on. So I thought I'd build this, and hopefully this one will be fine. I had this over here, and that would work by itself, but that can still let the weather in. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you a little technique for when you're building here and you want to put these arches next to the edge of the wall. There's a lot of what ifs here, but you want to put another arch on this area and then put this here. So to put those both there at the same time, because they won't fit in there together, what you need to do is you need to do a little finagling. So what we're going to do is grab this short stone wall A. We're going to copy it, and we're going to put it in our cache. And what that means is we're going to press, so on PlayStation it's the triangle and the square. Well, I forget what it is on the PlayStation. I believe that would be Y or X and A maybe. It's the top one and then the left one as far as the buttons go. So we're going to put it in our cache, and then you should see these two sort of concentric squares, but just the corners of those squares. And then we're going to come down to this larger piece, and we're going to drop it right here. And then we're going to toggle wire, which is the triangle or the top button, and the right trigger at the same time. So that's toggle wire and place object. And so when we hit those just right, when we do it just the right time, we get this short wall replacing the tall the longer wall. And then we're going to go ahead and put a second one on top and delete this. Then we're going to copy over our arch, put the arch right there, and then we're going to clear out our cache, and then we go back to the small stone wall A, copy it, put that in the cache, and then copy the short stone wall. Okay, my audio is buffering on your end. I'm not sure what else I can do about that. Let me finish what I was in the middle of, and then I'll try to dink around with things and see if I can't make that better. So we drop this. Oh, great. Now it's not working. Normally, this works just fine. So we might have to skip this because it's not functioning the way it normally does. Normally, I can put this right underneath that short wall, which is why we put that short wall there. And it's not working. Oh, I know why it's not working. Okay, there's that thing with the short walls where you can't stack them under each other very easily. So what I have to do is drop a small floor panel at the bottom of it, because that will normally work. And now it's deciding not to work. Okay, I'm going to abandon that for a second and try to work on this lag. I might be quiet for a little bit, just bear with me and I'll see what I can figure out. Hey Spock, welcome into the laggy stream. Once again, I am having issues that I am trying to sort out. But welcome in, I appreciate you coming in. Zesty said that the audio is working better now. Okay. Let's switch back and see if showing the active video is what's causing it. It's still pretty far back as far as what you can see on the screen. And I hope I don't have to just end the stream here. But, oh, okay, good. Good, Atlas. I'm glad that fixed the issue. But my video is still lagging badly. It's just seems to be frozen in time. And I'm going to wait to see if it catches up. And I might need to restart the game. We'll see how it goes. How's it going, Enra? Welcome in. It's another disaster. My video is lagging insanely. And might need to start the game, and at worst I might need to restart the stream and my computer. So I'm going to, let's see here. All right, let's give this a shot. I don't know if this is actually going to work, but we're going to try it. Okay, that's all right. And you're still looking at my Streamlabs screen, and I am already back into the game. And I'm going to check something real quick, like, how's it going, Andre? Welcome in. Must be your fault. I don't know. I believe it's mostly on my end. Like, I've been back into the game and you guys are still... Oh, there he goes. Now you're seeing the game. That's a couple of minute lag at least. Like 3-minute lag. Yikes. Yikes on bikes. Let's go for just a couple of minutes and see where it takes us. I don't know if it's going to catch up, but hey, look, this is at least doing what it's supposed to now. And we're going to try to make this happen. Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed at this tech future that we were supposed to have. Alright, I need to clear my cache out. Copy, cache, copy. There we go. And now you can see we're able to merge the small stone wall A and the stone arch into the same place, like we were trying to do before. If the video would ever catch up. Because this is absurd. And I don't know if Enra, you have any tips on this, but yeah, I'm not sure what else I can do aside from restart the stream altogether. And this did not work as I had hoped it would. This should be protecting me from the storm, and it is not protecting me from the storm. And that's kind of frustrating. So, the only thing I know that actually works is for me to be up in this top cube, which is weird. So, I think